Viewmasters, it's the podcast that we do. Viewmasters, talk about movies that we view. Viewmasters, my friend Eric and me, Joe. Viewmasters, hey, let's start the show.
Hey, welcome to the Viewmasters, episode 234, The Mechanic. My name is Joe.
My name is Eric.
Hello, Eric.
What?
Hello, Eric.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Eric?
I did not hear that first hello, and it just sounded like you were questioning my name.
Eric?
It is me.
Is it? Okay.
Yep. I'm not gaslighting you this week.
Thank God. Hopefully we are completely done with the gaslighting.
I hope so, too. It's a hard thing to keep up.
I bet, yeah. For the liar, for sure.
Yeah.
Have you ever been gaslit before?
I don't know.
All right, that's probably for the best.
Yeah, I guess. Have you?
I feel like I have a few times.
Okay, all right. I guess I probably have, yeah. I feel like I've also been accused of it once or twice.
Okay.
Yeah, but, I'm not a great person, so.
I mean, agree to disagree, but okay.
I'm working on myself.
Good. Everyone should be working on themselves at all times.
Yeah. I'm definitely not gaslighting anybody to cover up a murder. So,
That's good.
I'd say that puts me a step above, the guy from last week. So
definitely, yeah. Anyway, yes, we are not talking about Gaslight again this week.
No, we are not. We are talking about murder, however.
Well, obviously. This is primarily a murder podcast.
Yeah. We're murderinos.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Actually, I have not listened to that podcast in ages.
Yeah, I haven't in a while either, actually. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I got kind of burnt out on it, I guess.
Yeah, me too. I still listen to the Dollop.
Yeah, I got burnt out on the Dollop as well.
Well, that I can see why that would happen.
Dave is very mad.
Yeah, there's not some great things that are happening that are all relevant to everything he does.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking more for sort of escapist stuff right now.
Sure, so bananas for Bonanza?
Fuck yeah, I love bananas for Bonanza.
Good.
Anyway, The Mechanic.
The Mechanic.
Just a nice movie about a guy working on his car.
Is it? Oh,
I mean,
well, yeah. Because he has a car.
Yeah, and he's a mechanic.
Yeah, that's right. I was
try and follow along.
I'm sorry. It's been exhausting.
I know. I understand.
Because you see, what you're talking about is just the actual events of the movie, whereas I'm thinking more thematically.
Okay.
Where it's just, the story of an elder taking a young man under his wing to teach him the ropes of, car mechanics.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's the borderline father-son, borderline homosexual story.
Is it homoerotic?
We'll talk.
I missed that subtext.
It gets a little weird at times, for sure.
Okay. Maybe I was on my phone at that point.
There's nothing explicit in it.
Yeah.
But, I'd, as I do occasionally, read up on, the making ofs or the productions of the movies we watch. And when this movie was originally written, with George C. Scott attached.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was explicitly about a homosexual affair of sorts.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I can sort of see it.
But
Some remnants of it, anyway.
Yeah, there's some subtle hints to it, I believe. At least in a very weird way. I mean, there are times where their relationship made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And yeah. But anyway, yeah, so George C. Scott said that he would refuse to do this movie if they kept any of the homosexuality in. So they changed it completely, and then he dropped out anyway. So
nice. Would it be a cool guy, George C. Scott?
Yep. You know, he's from a different time.
All right.
I mean, to be fair, I'm honestly surprised Charles Bronson would be on board for it.
Yeah, that's, I don't think about, I actually had the thought during the movie that I could see Charles Bronson being gay. Hadn't thought of him as a sexual person at all.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking of it. It was before the scene with the sex worker.
Mm-hmm.
But I could have seen that character going in that direction. And it, obviously it didn't, but I don't know.
Right.
Thoughts cross your mind while you're watching a movie.
He is pretty asexual for the most part.
Yeah.
But that just may be Charles Bronson in general.
Yeah.
I haven't seen too many of his movies, but definitely not what I would consider to be, a sexual icon.
Right. Yeah, this is actually the first Charles Bronson movie that I've ever watched.
Oh, wow.
So you pop my Bronson cherry. I think that's what the kids say.
That is indeed what they say. If there were safe malls that you could go to, that's all the children would be saying.
Right. I mean, my comic shop is in a mall, so I have to walk through a mall briefly to get my comics each week.
No, that sounds terrible, actually.
Thankfully, it's not a very heavily trafficked mall.
Well, that's good.
So, yeah. But, I guess I've never heard the kids say
that
they're
going. When you're on your quest for Flash comics, you're single-minded in your pursuit.
That's true. The Flash waits for no man. Oh, man. Yep. Pop my Bronson cherry. Anyway.
Well, then, I would highly recommend the Tom Hardy movie Bronson.
Yeah, is that about Charles Bronson?
Sort of.
Okay.
It's about a guy named Charles Bronson.
Okay.
But it is not about Charles Bronson.
Okay. Wait, how could there be multiple people named Charles Bronson?
Well, this movie is about I believe he is considered England's most notorious criminal.
Okay.
And he named himself after Charles Bronson because he wanted to be hard like Charles Bronson.
That's awesome, actually.
And it is a biopic.
Okay.
About a real gentleman.
Interesting.
Yep.
It confused me for a while that there are two people named Steve McQueen.
Yeah, no. Especially, that they make movies.
Yes.
One makes movies, the other does not anymore.
Well, I mean, come on. He would if he were still around.
Well, probably.
Probably. He'd be in the Expendables or something at this point.
I think he'd be way too old for that still. But
well, I mean, Sylvester Stallone is way too old for that too, and yet here we are.
Well, fair.
The Mechanic.
The Mechanic.
Jan Michael Vincent is an attractive gentleman.
He's all right, I guess.
He has very nice hair.
Yes, I will agree with that.
That's probably his best feature.
Yeah. He has a shirtless scene early in the movie that, it's a fine cut of a man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 70s.
Well, sure. Yeah.
He's in 70s shape.
I mean, he's
much
not
different.
doughy.
Well, definitely not.
Yeah. I mean, we never see Charles Bronson without his shirt, so you know, it's probably
So the
a
jury's
reason
out
for
on
it.
him.
Yep.
So what'd you think of the movie?
It's okay.
Yeah. There was about 20 minutes where I was really engaged with it.
Is it the first 20 minutes?
It's probably the first 10 minutes, and then the last 10 minutes. It sort of meanders.
It does
for a while.
Yeah. So spoilers. The movie is about a hitman.
Right. not an actual mechanic.
No.
Apparently, mechanic is slang for a hitman.
I guess.
That's what they say in the movie, so it must be true.
I mean, we can't verify it, so it must be true.
Right. Trust and don't verify, I believe, is how that saying goes.
Yep. It's how I get by my entire life.
Interesting.
Never run into any problems with that philosophy.
Oh boy. So yeah, the first 10 minutes, roughly 10 minutes, are basically it's silent for a long time.
Yes, it is.
Which I really thought was cool.
Yeah. So, you know, I play the subtitle game.
Right.
And by the time the first subtitle popped up, it was 15 minutes in.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think it was like clock ticking. So it wasn't even dialogue.
Yeah, however long that opening sequence is, like that part was riveting, honestly.
Yeah. I absolutely agree. That is definitely the best part of the movie, I think.
Yeah. Like it almost is like who the director made like a short film of that and then was like, I could expand this into a feature.
That usually does not go well.
Usually not, no. Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow.
Yeah. I've seen a few movies that are based on shorts that, you know, you can definitely tell which part was the part based on the short.
Right. Because it's the good part.
Yep. And then, as you said earlier, it meanders.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, this probably wasn't a short first, but you can definitely tell that beyond the basic concept of the movie, there's not much else to it.
Yeah, there's really not. The plot as it is, I feel like really kicks in like 2/3 of the way in.
Yeah.
Like the most interesting thing happens with about 20 minutes left in the movie, I think.
Yeah, at least the most exciting part of it, for sure.
Yeah.
Because in order to even get to the plot, so like the first 15, 16 minutes are just this silent, tracking of Charles Bronson's character as he is setting up a man to be executed. And then we see him do it again.
Yeah.
And it's not quite as riveting or as exciting that second time around.
Right.
And it takes almost as long. But that part is what facilitates, the quote-unquote plot for the rest of the movie.
Right, yeah.
And then it's still a lot more just weird scenes between Charles Bronson and Jan Michael Vincent.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like...
And their weird fucking relationship.
Yeah, like Jan Michael Vincent just he just sort of gloms on to Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
And then just there's no reason for them to to do anything together.
Nope. And well, he gloms onto him, and Charles Bronson's like, "Yeah, sure."
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Sure. Oh, you need a ride. You need to ride home in the middle of your dad's funeral. Sure. All right. Why not?
Yeah.
After you've insulted me. Okay. Sure. Let's go. Oh, you want to go to your friend is threatening to kill herself, and you want to just go hang out? All right. Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
I don't have anything else going on. It's a Thursday night. Let's do it.
Yeah. Super weird.
Super weird.
Like, I think I said out loud, why is he hanging out with him? And that could go for either character.
It's true. Yeah, it really could have.
Because, yeah, there's no real reason that Jan Michael Vincent, should be like, yeah, this is a guy that I just want to chill with.
Yeah, he seems like a cool dude.
Right. And as, middle-aged man, Charles Bronson should not be hanging out with 20-year-olds.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's questionable at best.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the case could be made that, Charles Bronson's character killed his father.
Right.
So he's spending time with him out of guilt or other, some other associated, like, I feel like I have a debt to this kid since I killed his father. But it's never, like that's not even really implied at all by the movie. You could just sort of read that into it.
Yeah, not even a bit. Especially, once, I mean, because we know that Bronson and this kid's dad were friends.
Right.
And Bronson still just goes ahead and kills him anyway.
Yeah, that I wasn't entirely clear, other than just, was it, like, I must have missed the part where he was told to kill that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That did happen.
Okay.
So basically, when Bronson is, tracking a target and figures out the best way to kill a person, at some point, his employers just call him up and say, "Go ahead and do it."
Right.
And so that does happen.
Okay, I missed that part.
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, I guess it's not pivotal. I figured it happened at some point.
Yeah.
He wasn't just turning on him for no reason.
Yeah. But yeah, his method of killing people is that he's very methodical, and I'd like to say it makes them all look like an accident, but that first kill, he causes an explosion in the middle of, like, I guess it's L.A.?
Yeah, I think it is Los Angeles.
Yeah. But, in a busy city block.
Yeah, but he set it up to make it look like the gas exploded or something?
Yeah.
So, I get that one. That looks more like an accident than the next one where he just shoots the guy in his car.
He does not shoot him in the car.
He doesn't shoot him in the car?
Nope.
What?
So
Did I watch the movie? I swear I watched it.
So his plot, or his plan there was he set the guy up for a fake meeting.
Right.
And he starts shooting at him from the hills.
Right.
To make him run. The running would cause him to become weak and have a heart attack.
Okay.
And so then when he was in the car, he smothers him to death.
Okay.
To finish off the heart attack fakery.
I missed that part clearly. That's an important part. I should have seen that. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, he does confront him and points a gun at him, but
right.
He puts it away and just smothers him instead.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fine. Point Charles Bronson.
Yeah, damn right. He makes all the points.
But yeah, so he kills that guy and then randomly befriends his son at the funeral. Like you do.
Sure. I mean, so I'm, in my early 40s here.
Mm-hmm.
And last year I was dating a 33-year-old, and that was weird enough.
Yeah?
Let alone, if I was hanging out with someone in their 20s.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is, I mean, there was some difference in age in my thing, and boy, I could not imagine hanging out with someone 20 years younger than me.
Yeah, that seems just... I don't know what you would talk about.
Yep.
And I don't know if I would ever be able to put that age difference aside in my mind.
I mean, I can barely talk to people my own age as is. So.
Right.
And, certainly, not with the only thing that we have in common is, we both like murder.
Right. Hey, let's go watch my friend try and kill herself.
Oh, so weird.
What the fuck was that? Like that scene went on for so long.
Yep.
Like was the purpose of that to show us that Jan Michael Vincent was like a sadist?
I don't think sadist so much as just cold.
Okay, all right.
Sociopath.
Yeah, sociopath, I guess, is what I was actually looking for. But yeah, because if it was, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
It also made me feel like, Charles Bronson obviously is a killer.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not even a killer with a heart of gold. Like, he doesn't try and help her at all.
Nope. Yep.
He just stands there and watches.
Yep, just hanging out.
It's so weird.
I will say that you mentioned the sex worker earlier.
Yes.
So when that scene started out, I was very off-put by the whole thing as it was happening.
Yeah.
And just like, this is... Like, I couldn't tell if it was just weird or bad.
Yeah.
And then when the reveal comes of what is actually happening, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get it now.
That made it okay.
It didn't so much make it okay as it did just not as weird.
Okay, all right. Or weird in a different way.
Yeah, that's more like it for sure.
Was that actress, was she dubbed? Or was the ADR or, whatever, the re-recording of the lines just really obvious with her? I honestly couldn't tell.
I think that's part of what put me off on that whole scene was that, her voice didn't seem to match.
Yeah.
But I also noticed quite a few times throughout the whole movie, through every performance, that there were times where the audio just seemed a little off.
Yeah, I noticed that with Jan Michael Vincent a couple times too.
Yeah. Especially in the sort of the penultimate scene of the movie. There's a moment where Bronson is sort of writhing around on the floor and says some dialogue without ever actually opening his mouth.
I didn't see that part. Amazing.
Yep.
That's how good an actor he is.
Yeah. So actually, he's not that great of an actor, is he?
No, he is. He is like Stephen Amell and him are in the same category. He is also a block of wood.
I don't know. I think Stephen Amell has just slightly more charisma.
Okay.
Just slight.
Slightly, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Stephen Amell doesn't have the weird mustache.
No, yeah. At least there are times where he appears to be trying to emote.
That's true.
And I guess, Bronson is playing a cold, emotionless character here, but I don't buy it as that. I buy it as just he does not know how to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if that sort of subtext that I mentioned earlier about him feeling guilty and that's why he takes on Jan Michael Vincent. I wonder if that was that something that was in the script maybe, and it just it just didn't come across because Charles Bronson is not a very good actor.
It's very possible. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, his he just he goes in and he does his thing, and what his thing is not very much, and then he gets out.
You just recapped the worst Wolverine narration.
That's right. He's the most okay there is at what he does.
And what he does is not very much.
It's not very much. Oh, if Charles Bronson had played Wolverine, that would have been amazing. Ooh.
Sorry,
yes.
I got a Choco in my arms right now.
Nah, you're good. Hey, Choco.
Say hi. No, he's not.
Nah, that's fine.
He is chewing on my headphone cord, though. And now just my thumb.
Aw, that's nice. That's wholesome.
Right, he's gone.
Okay. Yeah.
Jan Michael Vincent also not that great.
No, he's really not.
I don't I remember there was a TV show he was on in the mid '80s, but for the life of me I can't remember what it was, and that is pretty much the only thing I know him from.
Was it Airwolf?
It may have been Airwolf.
I think I looked him up, and I think I saw Airwolf listed in his credits.
All right, well, let's call it Airwolf.
Okay. Yeah, I recognized his name, but I did not recognize his face.
Yeah. I know he died young-ish.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like in his 50s or 60s.
Huh.
Not too long ago.
Okay.
But I know he had some issues in his later life, so.
Gotcha.
It's weird, though, that, as we know, I had to change my movie pick at the last minute.
Right.
And so while I was trying to find new movies, I ran across Blue Thunder, which is a Roy Scheider action movie about a helicopter, and for some reason, my mind conflates that with Airwolf a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah, because they're mostly both about helicopters.
Right, I was going to say, they're both helicopter-centric.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
So this movie just ends.
Yeah, it really does. Well, Bronson dies.
Yeah.
He is killed by Jan Michael Vincent as revenge for killing his father.
I don't think it is.
No, he's just an asshole.
Yeah, because he even mentions that he had no idea that Bronson had killed his dad.
Oh shit! I missed that part too.
Yep.
All right.
You gotta start paying attention, Joe.
I zoned
this is
out
a movie
hard.
Podcast.
Zoned out so hard during this movie.
No, you're fine.
I know. I'll up my game. I promise. I'm sorry.
You're fine. It's
having an off week.
This is, it's not a great movie to really pay attention to as is. To just add in the did you fall asleep during this movie game?
Yeah.
20 minutes before the ending.
Nice. Oh, right before it got exciting.
Yeah. I had to pause it and take a nap and, turn it back on.
That's too bad. I did get real tired watching it, but I did not fall asleep. But that may have been because I was doing stuff on my phone.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, so the story of the movie is that the organization that Bronson works for is not too thrilled that he's taken on an apprentice.
Right.
And so they send him to kill somebody and do it quick and dirty, which is not his method. And turns out it's all set up. And they are out to kill him and his apprentice.
Right.
But while he is in the middle of figuring out what he's going to do, he stumbles on the fact that Jan Michael Vincent has been contacted to kill Bronson.
Right.
But he still goes ahead with the mission anyway, and then Jan Michael Vincent kills Bronson anyway, with no go-ahead from his superiors. And just because he wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because to the point earlier, he's a sociopath.
Yep. Because he mentioned something about how where Bronson says, something about why he does what he does. And he basically, Jan Michael Vincent's last words to him is like, I just want to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And also re-emphasizing that he's just a major asshole.
Right. Goddamn hippie.
Yeah. Oh boy, the hippies.
Were they hippies? Because it was 1972.
It's still pretty close to hippie era, right?
Late stage hippies.
Yeah, like leftover hippies, or
yeah,
or young kids who just were really upset that they didn't get to latch on during the prime era of hippie-ish.
Right.
Yeah. Posers, basically, I guess.
Yeah, goddamn phonies.
Yep. Fippies?
Fippies? Is that fake hippies?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, sure. We can get behind that.
Okay. But yeah, that was also just a weird scene.
Yeah.
I mean, in addition to the fact that, why is Charles Bronson just hanging out here?
Right.
But just like all these kids on drugs and just making long distance phone calls.
Yeah, to international phone calls.
Yep.
For no apparent reason.
Nope. Just because they can. Back when long distance phone calls were a big deal.
I feel like international phone calls are still a big deal.
They probably are. I've never called anyone internationally and have no reason to.
Yeah, I guess I never have or haven't in a long time, now that I think about it.
There.
Because I went to Germany once, so I called my parents from there, but I had like a calling card for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, fascinating.
Ooh, you also went to Australia recently.
That's true. I did go to. That's true. I did go to high school. Why did my mind immediately go to a trip I took in high school and not the one that I took a few years ago? Jesus, I'm broken.
It's fine. Well, maybe because it was a work thing.
Maybe that could be.
Yeah. But did you call anyone from Australia?
I called Jenny. Yeah. Talked to Jenny every day while I was there.
Yeah. But I mean, at this point we have cell phones with unlimited plans and all that crap. So
exactly. Yeah.
I don't know how that works, internationally, but
yeah, you have to like activate it or something. But once that's done, you're fine. It's nothing special.
Right. You're right. This is a fascinating conversation.
Welcome to Long Distance Call Talk. Boy.
One of those things that, is presented in a movie as, just like, oh, look at this. And, to a modern audience, it's just like, oh, okay.
Right. All right. Can you even call Afghanistan now? I don't know.
I have no idea. And then, going back to what I said earlier, I have no reason to.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Jan Michael Vincent kills Charles Bronson.
Yep.
Goes home. Has a snack. And then...
it's a long flight from Italy.
It's true. It is a long flight. He might take a nap. He probably takes a shower. I don't know.
Sure.
And then he... I forget, does he get a call or is he just going to go out and gets in the car?
Just going to go out. Gets his car. Yeah.
And he gets in the car and there's a note there from Charles Bronson. And the car explodes.
Yep.
The end.
Well, there's Charles Bronson narrating the letter.
Right, of course.
Which is, if you're reading this, I might be dead. And it also means you just broke the filament with a 13-second delay. Bang, you're dead. Boom,
Yeah.
car explodes, credits.
What filament? Like, where's this filament?
On the door? I don't know.
But yeah, bang, credits. And then the credits are on the screen, because most of the credits are at the beginning.
Yeah.
So really all you get is a card listing the cast, and then
that's it.
And then the first episode of Preacher starts playing.
Oh, is that what mine recommends to me? Counterpart.
Oh, okay.
Because I
watched it on Hulu, so it automatically took me into another thing from my list.
Oh, okay. All right. Streaming services, man.
Right, I know.
Weird.
So wait, I'm sorry, what's Counterpart?
You do not know about Counterpart?
No, I don't think so.
It is a sci-fi?
Okay.
Sci-fi adjacent.
Okay.
Spy TV show starring J.K. Simmons.
Ooh, that's cool.
And I can tell you that I loved the first season of it. And then I have been trying my damnedest to get into the second season, but I just can't.
Huh.
I don't know why. Probably because I just forgot a lot, and also because it got canceled, and now I feel like there's just no reason to watch a show that's not going to end.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I feel that way about Glow now. I had been meaning to watch Glow because I'd heard a lot of people say it was really good, and now that I know it's canceled, like I don't know that I want to get invested in it, or just my drive to watch it is gone.
I mean, I really liked the show, and I was caught up, and it doesn't exactly wrap up at the end of the most recent season, but it's like almost an ending.
Okay.
So there is that bit of some satisfaction there by watching it.
Gotcha.
But it's really shitty that they gave a go-ahead for a final season and then canceled it.
Yeah.
But Counterpoint didn't even get that. It just got canceled, and I think it ended on a cliffhanger, so...
That sucks.
Yeah. All the shows I like do that.
Yeah. I'm
Patriot,
sorry.
Counterpart, Perpetual Grace Limited. 2 of those done by the same guy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Patriot and Perpetual Grace.
Nice. Sounds like that guy has bad luck.
Yeah. It's too bad because his shows are great.
Yeah.
Well. The Mechanic was not.
The Mechanic was not.
It was fine.
Have you seen the remake or the remake sequel?
I know I caught the end of the remake.
Okay.
I think it ends fairly similarly.
Does he die at the end?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Which makes the fact that he comes back for the sequel real weird. But I feel like I was at work at the hotel job, and the sequel was on like TBS or something like that.
Okay.
And I caught like 10-15 minutes of it, watching Jason Statham attempt to pull off one of his hits.
Right.
His legendary make it look like an accident hit.
Right.
And the scene was like this mob boss, whatever, has a one of those horrific pools that hang off of the edge of a skyscraper. That basically you look down at the pool and you're just like dangling over a street in water.
Right.
And it's just horrifying and against nature. and it's Jason Statham like hanging underneath the pool, drilling a hole into the bottom of it so that the pool will just basically rupture and collapse and kill the guy.
Right.
But it's all terrifying, and I did not enjoy that.
I have seen Mechanic Resurrection.
Oh, okay.
I saw it. It was actually a work thing.
Weird.
Like we had just finished. Like
that's amazing that you remember it.
I know, right? Shut up. This I remember because it was very memorable. No, I had forgotten all about this until today. But yeah, we had just like finished work on a huge project, and the project lead was like, let's all do something to celebrate, and we all went to the movies. And there were a couple different movies to choose from, and the one that I chose was Mechanic Resurrection. And yeah, that scene specifically with the pool, the skyscraper pool, is really the only part that I remember about that movie. But it's amazing.
Well, I'm glad I got it right then.
Yeah.
Because once you said that, oh, I've actually seen this movie, I thought, oh, fuck, it's probably not from that movie.
No, it's absolutely from that movie.
All right, then.
That's the exciting part of that movie.
So you saw the sequel to the remake, but you never saw the remake?
I never saw the remake, no.
So,
maybe the sequel might be a prequel to the remake? I don't know.
I mean, it says Resurrection.
It does say Resurrection, so...
Do they explain at the beginning, like, you know, why he's alive, or...
I have no idea.
All right. And I can say, we will never know.
Exactly. I mean, that's what you think. My pick for next week... A movie I loved so much the first time, I want to watch it again.
Oh, veto.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yep.
So yeah, The Mechanic, it was fine.
Yeah. So the director, Michael Winner, and Charles Bronson went on to make 3 Death Wish movies together.
Okay.
I have seen the first one. It's also fine.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit better than The Mechanic, but not by much.
I know the other ones are Golden Globus movies.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine that they're great.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen part of 4, actually.
Oh, wow.
Because it was on heavy rotation on local television for a while. It's not great. But yeah, the first one is fine, and going back to just Charles Bronson is not a great actor.
Yeah.
And a big part of the crux of that movie is it is necessary for him to be able to actually show emotion.
Yeah.
And he cannot.
Yeah, because he loses his whole family or something, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, I only know that from the trailers for the Bruce Willis remake.
Yeah, which is so bad.
Yeah. It looked real bad.
It's fucking terrible. Speaking of Bruce Willis and terrible.
You're just saying that because you're a liberal anti-gun cuck.
Yep, that is also true. But speaking of Bruce Willis and terrible, I saw a commercial today where Bruce Willis is hawking die-hard batteries for AutoZone.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Has he fallen that far?
Apparently so.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, not good.
That reminds me, I need to jump my car. Thanks, Bruce Willis.
Yeah, you're welcome.
As I do, I'll be sure to say yippee-ki-yay, car starter.
I think somebody has a very similar line to that in the commercial.
I'm sure they do.
Someone who may or may not be Reginald Bell Johnson.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to look this up on YouTube. I'm sure it's out there.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. And it's awful. And, I could almost feel sorry for Bruce Willis, but apparently he is a massive asshole. So.
Right. Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Yeah. So, good for him, I guess.
I guess. It's an easy paycheck.
Yeah. But, it's like one of those things where they're like, oh, well, this thing is, ruins the original. And, you can always say, well, no, the original's still fine, and it's still there. But this almost ruins the original.
Yeah.
This almost ruins Die Hard. I've seen Die Hard 5, and it's fucking awful.
Alan Rickman is rolling over in his grave. Oh
boy. So,
you got anything good going on?
No.
Same.
I have spent my entire week, all of my free time, attempting to get my website to work correctly.
Oh no.
And it is not going well.
That sucks.
Yep. So that is pretty much the only thing I've been doing, and fighting with the cat.
I'm sorry. That sounds really unpleasant.
Not your fault. That's why today I decided to let the cat roam in the attic, so maybe he'll leave me alone.
It seems like it worked for a little while.
It really did, dude. I think he's back up there now, so...
Nice.
Yep. Anything remotely causing you anything okay?
We started rewatching Battlestar Galactica.
Ooh, I've been wanting to do that for a while.
Yeah, it is unfortunately not streaming anywhere, so I had to buy the series on Blu-ray.
I own them all on DVD.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, that's... I always forget how bleak the opening is. Just like the opening miniseries is super dark.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, it's such a good show, and I hadn't seen it in a long time, so a lot of it is like watching it for the first time again.
Yeah.
So it's been enjoyable.
Well, that's good. I'm still in the middle of watching Supernatural, so...
Right.
And season 8 now, towards the end of season 8.
Wow, only 15 more to go.
7 more to go.
Right. All right, 15 total.
Yeah. Oddly enough, earlier today, I decided to try to watch the first episode of Hellstrom.
Okay.
The new Hulu TV show that I will say is very loosely based on the Marvel comic of the same name.
Right.
It is not great.
No, I heard not good things.
It reminded me a lot of Supernatural without any of its charm or charisma or, sense of fun.
That sucks.
It is just very bleak, and I barely know how it connects to the comic at all.
Interesting.
But hey, Roy Thomas is getting a paycheck, so...
That's good. That is a good thing.
At least I hope. And from what I could tell, there was nobody met at like the corner of, Ellis and Manco or anything like that. So.
Well, just wait. Oh boy. So I guess I should pick a movie for next week, huh?
Probably.
All right. I racked my brain. I'll be completely honest.
Right.
I usually have a list of things to pick from, and Gaslight exhausted my previous list, and I hadn't had a chance to put another one together. But I did come up with one.
Okay.
It's a newer movie, came out within the last couple weeks.
Alrighty.
It is on Netflix.
Uh-huh.
And it is called The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Oh, okay.
It is written and directed by Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah.
So it's my jam. I don't know if it'll be your jam.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you gonna veto?
I'm not gonna veto. I'll watch it.
Okay.
But it's interesting. You mentioned how you don't listen to the Dollop anymore.
Right.
I
know he hates Aaron Sorkin.
He does hate Aaron Sorkin, and the 2 most recent episodes are about Abby Hoffman.
Oh wow. Okay.
And the Chicago 7.
Interesting. So you'll be able to fact check what we watch.
Maybe. Yeah. And then I know part 1 ended with a huge rant about Aaron Sorkin and this movie. So,
oh Lord, okay.
But no, yeah, I'll watch it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. Nothing to be sorry about. It probably wouldn't be a thing that I would like watch on my own, but I have no problems watching it for the show.
Okay.
Yeah. What? Are you all right?
I am fine. Okay. Maybe I'll watch the movie in time to listen to the Dollop episodes, so we can talk about all of that.
I mean, we don't have to.
All right.
I mean, I barely remember anything from the Dollop episode that I did listen to, so I retain very little.
That was sort of my thing with the Dollop too. Is like I would listen to it, and very rarely would I actually like register or retain what they were talking about.
Yeah, I've been listening to all the episodes over again, and yeah, I've forgotten most of everything. And yeah, it's gone as soon as the episode is done. The only thing that I can consistently grasp in my brain is what necropants are.
Okay.
Do you want to know?
Yes, I do. Very much.
So apparently in like ancient Iceland, necropants were the skin of a dead man's legs worn as pants.
What the fuck?
With the scrotum sewn up to hold coins.
That's horrible. That is terrible. And just like a perfect encapsulation of what you learn on the Dollop. I feel like that's such a perfect Dollop fact.
Yep.
Yikes.
So,
I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like, necropants.
Yep. Yeah. Uh-huh. So you can file that away in your brain with what a Rat King is, and enjoy your day.
You son of a bitch. Oh, boy. The trial of the Chicago 7.
All right. Looking forward to it?
I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
I'm Aaron Sorkin trash.
You know, I've honestly never watched anything that he's ever made.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ever.
Not even A Few Good Men?
Nope.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So whereas I popped your Bronson cherry today,
yeah.
Next week you'll have popped my Sorkin cherry.
Excellent. I look forward to that.
Alrighty, well, all this cherry popping is making me tired.
Yes, I'm going to put on my zoot suit and head down to a riot. We'll see you next week, folks. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to The Viewmasters. You can subscribe to the show directly at view.guttertrash.net or at iTunes and leave us a review. Visit view.guttertrash.net for email information and links to Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you next time on The Viewmasters.